I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
In the world of geopolitics, the impact of the United States leadership extends far beyond its borders. In this video, we'll explore the possible impact of Trump's second term to Kenya, from trade to security, diplomacy, and beyond. To understand the impact of a Trump presidency on Kenya, we need to first consider the direction of the United States foreign policy under his leadership, especially after he set the tone in his second term inauguration speech. Trump's first term was defined by America First policies, which emphasized America's economic interests and national security, sometimes at the expense of multilateral agreements and alliances. The United States-Kenya trade relations. One of the key areas where Trump's second term could influence Kenya is trade. During his first term, President Trump prioritized America First policies, focusing on reducing trade deficits and renegotiating trade agreements. For Kenya, this meant mixed signals. On one hand, Trump showed interest in expanding trade with Africa, but on the other, he often took a tough stance on trade deals, such as withdrawing from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. In his second term, it's likely Trump would continue pushing for bilateral trade deals over multilateral agreements. This could mean more opportunities for Kenya to negotiate directly with the US in areas like agriculture, textiles, and technology. However, there could also be challenges such as the possible continuation of tariffs or protectionist policies affecting Kenyan exports to the United States. Its impact on US aid to Kenya. Another area of concern is US foreign aid. Under Trump's administration, we saw a focus on cutting aid to countries he deemed not strategically important or aligned with US interests. Kenya, as a key partner in the fight against terrorism in East Africa, has received substantial US aid in recent years. In a second term, the Trump administration might adjust this aid based on strategic priorities or economic interests. If the United States continues its security-focused aid to Kenya, this could mean more resources for counter-terrorism efforts, particularly in regions near Somalia. However, non-security-related aid, such as health and education programs, might face more scrutiny and cuts as Trump continues his push for fiscal restraint and reducing US foreign assistance. Diplomatic relations and security. Trump's approach to Africa has often been described as transactional, focusing on stability and security. In Kenya's case, this could mean continued US support for counterterrorism efforts, particularly against Al-Shabaab, as Kenya's role in regional security is crucial. Trump may also deepen military cooperation with Kenya, offering resources, training, and intelligence sharing. However, Kenya might not be a top priority for Trump diplomatically, given his administration's broader focus on trade relations with China, the Middle East, and Europe. The US might take a more hands-off approach in Kenya's internal politics, leaving space for China, the European Union, and other factors to assert influence. The China factor. One of the most critical dynamics for Kenya's future will be how the US and China continue to compete for influence in Africa. Under Trump, the US has been vocal about countering China's growing presence on the continent. Trump's second term could bring further pressure on Kenya to align with US interests, especially as China continues to invest heavily in infrastructure and trade across the region. If Trump intensifies his trade war with China, Kenya could find itself in a difficult position. On one hand, Kenya benefits from Chinese investments like the Nairobi-Mombasa Railway, but on the other hand, Trump's administration might push for economic and political concessions in exchange for US aid or trade deals. Kenya will need to balance these competing interests carefully. Kenyan diaspora and immigration. Kenya has a sizable diaspora in the United States. Trump's hardline stance on immigration could create challenges for Kenyan citizens seeking to work or study in the US. Under his first term, Trump imposed stricter visa requirements, and a second term might see further tightening of immigration policies. While Kenyan immigrants in the US may face more hurdles, this could also lead to a rise in remittances sent back home, with the World Bank reporting that Kenya leads the East African region in remittances as Kenyan migrants seek to improve their economic prospects with the US. However, fewer opportunities could also lead to increased competition for jobs in a challenging environment. In summary, a second term for President Trump could have mixed results for Kenya. From trade deals to security partnerships, Kenya's relationship with the US will likely evolve, with both challenges and opportunities ahead. How Kenya navigates these changes will depend on its ability to balance US interests with those of other global powers. It's a complex road ahead, but Kenya's resilience and strategic importance in Africa will remain key. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on global politics and how they affect Africa.
Okay.